Okay, first of all, I'll take a few minutes to introduce myself. My name is Thembani Malapela, and I'm responsible for the AGRIS user support. So some of you might have received meetings and emails regarding this webinar, and some of you might have asked some questions and I've responded to them. So I'm part of the AGRIS team with my colleague Ima Subrats and Fabrizio Celli. And today, as part of the AGRIS capacity building activities, we want to be able to share with you one of the features of AGRIS. So the title of my presentation is Creating a User Profile and Exploring Possibility of AGRIS Data in Agricultural Literature Research. So our presentation will go through and then we will accept your questions at the end. The presentation outline. Ideally, you would see that I've grouped these two sets into two. First of all, I just want to have a quick brief overview of what AGRIS is, and then we go to the purpose of our presentation in the second half. So if you can allow me, I'll take a few minutes, maybe 10 to 15 minutes to talk about AGRIS. So AGRIS started in 1975 to enhance visibility of agricultural publications produced worldwide. So the publications included, or the community then included governmental agencies, universities, research centers in agriculture from different countries. So in practice, this is core bibliographic repositories was really contributed by partners. It was then, at that time, you can imagine in 1975, was compiled and disseminated by FAO on paper, and then CD, and now you can access AGRIS on a portal. So what is AGRIS? The meaning is the International System for Agricultural Science and Technology. So today AGRIS is a collection of multilingual bibliographic resources, some of them contributed by you in this audience, as I can see some of the familiar data providers. So these make a network of more than 350 institutions now from 144 countries, and it is maintained by the Food and Agriculture Organization of the United Nations. You can also think of AGRIS today as a portal. Who uses AGRIS? AGRIS is used by graduate students, by lecturers, by researchers in academic institutions. It is also used by librarians, by catalogers, and other information professionals. Publishers also use AGRIS to identify literature that is available, and also some to share their metadata. It's also used by government officials in their fulfillment of different goals for policy making. The collection. The collection of AGRIS is over 8,000, we can say nearly 8,800, but the actual figure is 8,787, 443 records. So for this presentation, it's almost rounded nearer to, but it's actually 8.7 million, and available in the languages that are stated there. We can say the collection is up to 1.3 that come with full links to the record. We have to take account that AGRIS is not a inherently full text database, but AGRIS is a database of bibliographic data. So sometimes this metadata comes with a field link to the URL. In that case, when the record is uploaded on AGRIS, the record is available online. We have estimated, or we have broken down this 1.3 to include the literature in AGRIS to include books, bibliographies, conference papers, journal articles, theses, and others. The other aspects that we should know by AGRIS. So all our records are indexed by Agrovoc. Agrovoc is one of the most widely used thesaurus in agriculture. Agrovoc itself is an interesting tool because it is also translated in a number of languages. And also what Agrovoc does, I'm taking a time to explain about Agrovoc because Agrovoc allows AGRIS number of functions. I am on your chat box now, giving you the link where you can learn much more about Agrovoc. Currently, it is available in 27 languages, and you will see them there. So what does it mean? It means that one AGRIS record is can be tagged by Agrovoc keywords in a number of languages. Of course, these languages in Agrovoc have one URI, meaning that this allows for multilinguality, as you'll see also on my slide there. So Agrovoc keywords are also used to query external web services in AGRIS. So what it means, the AGRIS core data indexed with web AGRIS was mapped with some of the similar data that is available online. And then this is why sometimes we would be able to get from via AGRIS some related records which are available from other sources, as we would see in the demonstration. And I've talked about multilinguality, and it is explained also in the ability of AGRIS to ingest data in various languages and still maintain the linkages with other related data by the means of Agrovoc. Now let's go to the portal. So this is the portal of AGRIS. I will digest a bit from here so that we can a bit, if technology accept, go to AGRIS itself. So I will try to stop my presentation here, share my screen. Okay, so you should be able to see now the AGRIS interface. So it is an interface that allows users to be able to search. It's very easy to search on the AGRIS search. You go on to the search and type, for example, rice, and click search. So it's a very simple way to be able to navigate, and there you have your results. We have talked about the ability of users to be able to find full text. So it's a possibility in AGRIS. For example, I've shown you the first record that I've got, a 2014 record. If you see here, access the resource here, you'll be able to do so. So this shows you the ability of AGRIS to be able to retrieve full text. Okay, so this is the portal itself. Now we have talked about what AGRIS is. Now we move to a little bit about why today we have this webinar. This webinar allows us to talk about creating user profile on AGRIS. Why this hype about user profile? We will give you a little bit of some background, and also in the same process we will give you what's happening out there for you to be able to appreciate this. So first of all, this is a service that was demanded by some of you. We conducted a survey or an e-consultation in 2015. Most of our users who are here managed to say that they knew this service. So it was a service that was demanded by users. So user profile is a trend in most of the scholarly communication that is there. I will give you an interesting article also as part of this presentation that you can look at. This article allows you to look, and it's on the links, why social networks are available to academics and also to researchers. Some of you perhaps use ResearchGate, some of you perhaps use academic.edu, some of you use Mendeley. All these allow for an ability for you to have a profile. But the value of this is that users can bookmark what they have searched. Users also can create their profiles and interact with others. So perhaps this could have been one of the reasons that made our users request this service. But also this for us, as we've seen that bullet, was to move to social AGRIS, where users have a private area that allows them the creation of personal profile. What you can do now is simply to be able to customize the AGRIS interface, in the sense that you're able to create your interface of your literature that is interested to do. So many a time I'm doing my literature research and searching. Sometimes the worst part is about able to organize your literature in a way that you remember it. For example, I search this and then I have to import the service to another service that allows this, create a little bit of a mess for us in the creation of our literature. It could be also value for collaborators and also for sparking debates around the content of AGRIS. Right, so now let's go to how you create an account. I've shown you on the screen there. To create an account is simply easy. If you go onto the AGRIS interface, there on top you find register. So here you can register to create that particular account. So if you click on that, you are able to complete your details, fill in your name, your password, and to identify who you are, and you sign up using your email. You should be able to get this. Now, once you have a user account, if you log off, you'll be able to, you'll receive your email that like a normal process of registering everywhere. You validate your account and then you log in. When you log in, this is what you see at the far corner of your account. You are able to do quite a number of things. You are able to search your history, save your search history. You can browse your search history. You can save your publication. So primarily now you are able to bookmark and to keep and save your resources. Let's move to the first one, your search history. You can see here search history was conducted within the team Animal Science in 2017. Another one, Sustainable Agriculture. All these can be searched, and you are able to delete these, in other words, and create as many searches as you can. So in this way, for example, you would always be able to retrace your literature search that you will have. Right? How do you save publications? When you are on your searching, you'll be able to see this little love sign. It's an interesting sign. It's a little bit and faint. You will not be able to see. So as you go about after you have logged in, you will see this. For example, in this article that you saw, if I click here, it will be like you click here, it's saved. If we click on this, I love this, it will be saved automatically to your saving list. We will see in the demo as we progress. Right, this is a list of the saved publications that you have. So we have all these listed here, and you can access these publications at any time. So your record is here, and then you have it here saved. So you can always see some information about this. So for example, I'm doing a literature search. I like this. I need to go and find this record. I can't see it in AGRIS, or I have it in AGRIS. Then you can use this. Okay. Now let's move on to, before we proceed, let's move on to see what I have been talking about. Okay, so here we are. Now let's want to do a search. Maybe we search about maize. Okay, there I go. I have all these records. You will notice what I have said here. This is the link to add to saved publications. If you scroll down, you will see your list. For example, maybe I want to save this publication. Here it is. I click here. Save. Okay. I can continue and read about this, and you can also see the same save publication here on top of the abstract. So I'm saving this. Go back. Now I want perhaps to search something to deal with rice. Click here, close. This is it. I've saved. So I can do this as many times. Now, how do I access all these? Now, if you come here to my account, I go to this is my browsing history. This is what my history that I browsed. But in this case, we want to go to the saved publications. So here are the saved publications. You would notice that around 18 past 3, I did this search. So if I click on it, I go exactly to where it was. This is the same again. I want to look at this publication I've saved. So you are able to play around this. The same if I want to see all the list of saved articles, they are all here. So this is the very first step that allows people to create their own references, or to be able to come to see a search history to look at their search terms. And then in this way, it is in the future, it should be possible to link people with related searches, or to link people according to this group, as I have said in the previous slides. Now, according to our presentation, you will see that I also added a little bit of some information related to locating full text records. And I've shown you these 3 other things. Let's go back to see how one goes to locate the full text record by showing it also on the screen. Okay, let's go here. For you to be able to search the full text, you should be able to be in the classic view. So you come here on number 3 in the interface, you click classic view, and you can search in this mode. Let's start a new search of rice. Right. So if you are here, you will be able, first of all, for you to be able to notice the full text, you can also notice by his. But if you come here to the filter function, you filter records that contain explicit links to the full text. You click refine search, and then all these records that you have now, you see the number has zeroed in from the previous one, which was 167,000, to, if I refine my search, to 27,000 records. So now all these records I have here are full text. Let's see what we mean, whether this can lead you to full text. Here it is, the record on rice. If I click here, it's taking me to the source of the record. So here is the source of the record. There is an abstract. Here is the way to access it. Let's go also to the second one and see if we can. This one has 2 links, which means it's available on two sources. Here it is, and it's downloading the full text. So here is the full record. Okay, so you are able to use AGRIS this way to be able to, not all records come, as I have noted, to you with full text. Some records come with link that access us, or that send us to the full text of the records. So we go back to our presentation, and we have covered really how to create. So this is the very formative stage, and we hope that with your feedback, this service can be improved. So at this point, I will stop and accept any questions that you might have. So you can chat in your questions. Dear Thembani, is it right to choose AGRIS as metadata standards in collection detail sections of dashboard if we use AgriMetaMaker? Anna, are you talking about the dashboard of AgStem or AGRIS? Okay, then while Anna is clarifying the question, how can we add publication if it is not in the record? How can we add publication if it's not in the record? For Catherine, my answer would be that we receive metadata. So if we receive metadata without the full text of the record, the other way that we can able to get that is that if this record is available online, there is something I didn't show you. If this record is available online through our Google API, AGRIS is able to search this record. Let's see if I can find an example. If you come, there's an example that I have here, and I'm about to share the screen to see. Okay, if you see on this record, a performance of rice system. So this record, we have it here. If this record is available online, this service is still being improved. You see here under related information in other data sources. If our Google API is working well, you will find that this AGRIS will be able to use the metadata that we have to retrieve some of the records. So if there are some related records, this you should be able to see at this particular moment. But what I can able to tell you is that for now, if we do not have, for example, the link provided on the record, then it is difficult for AGRIS to have a full text. So we always encourage those that share our records to fill in as possible the link, URL link of the record. I hope I answered that question. Is it right to choose AGRIS as metadata standard in collection details section of AGRIS dashboard if we use AGRIS? I can't get the question, but what I can tell you at this moment is that AGRIS uses AGRIS AP. I don't see, I think we are talking about AgStem, which is a separate or AgriMetaMaker. This will be addressed, Anna, in the next webinar when we talk about AgriMetaMaker. But all I can tell you is that for now, AGRIS accept a number of metadata standards, but it was it itself uses AGRIS AP, which is compliant with the AgriMetaMaker. But for the specific questions that you have, I will have to double check also with my colleagues and see which AGRIS dashboard you're talking about. But I assume you're talking about the AgStem. Any other question? If you use AgriMetaMaker, it depends on what format you use, Anna. What format do you use? There are different metadata formats, so we need to know if you're using Dublin Core, if you're using Mendeley, if you're using AGRIS AP, what standard you have. But in any case, when we receive your record, we will check ourselves and see what fields you do have. In what standards do you submit, of what format do you submit your metadata? I guess this is the question. Okay, there are some questions coming in. Any more questions? Oh, there is a question from Zuzana. Yes, we have published a statement already on names. If you have written to us, we will have responded to you to tell you. We are in the process of improving our services, and as you are going to get, some of who are data provider, you're going to get an email that will explain this. Perhaps it has just arrived now to your box. But our technical team, they are working on it. Expect it in the next coming weeks or so. So for now, it is being improved and is temporarily unavailable. I send you the link of the current status. You can link to this. But in the meantime, we have kept your details. When the AgriMeta Maker is up, we will contact you and let you know to send in your data. Okay. You can, in essence, you can send an email to agris@FAO. Will let you know. But the most important thing is, first is for you, we should be able to know your journal, whether it fits within the subject matter of AGRIS, which is the first step. Secondly, we would need to see to receive your harvesting environment. Like, how are you going to send data to us? Do you have an OAI PMH where we can harvest? So we need to determine this. And then thirdly, we will need to look at your metadata, the quality of it, and to check it. If you meet or qualify on these three elements, we would approve your registration, and then we will start to receive metadata from you. Okay, we still have more questions coming in. Thank you, Catherine. Any more questions? Lucia is typing. To Anna, yes, there's some records that you get with a URI. So if a record has a URI, can you please provide that? Because this is what we talked about, that um, uh, this will help us to be able to record the record. If we know whether the record has got a URI, external URI that it says, uh, if your references has also a URL, just send that, because this is what we need. In the successive sections of our website, we will be able to provide the explanation of what a URL and URL and URI, the difference is. But for this moment, I think just feel if you have a URL or a URI, we will be able to differentiate on our site. There is a technical difference in the two of these. So the difference is very small, which I can't explain now, but we will be able to provide you with this information. Thank you, Zashen. We really want people to use it and to be able to find it helpful. So yes, there is a list of journals which are included in AGRIS. So this list is not yet we always update it as we receive people who want to be indexed. So we keep this list, but if you write to us, we will be able to give you this list now. In this current moment, we're still updating the list, so expect a little bit of some delay, but we have a list of records that, journals that have been harvested by AGRIS. In the near future, I hope, if my team agrees, maybe it will be displayed some way. But for now, we do have it. I think, Anna, you have a lot of questions related to AgriMetamaker and what we are going to do when AgriMetamaker is up and running. I hope my team is going to plan also, I'm sure, a webinar if that is accepted internally. But for now, I think we will note down your questions and see. Perhaps you, in the upcoming form, as we look at it, maybe it will be improved without those fields that you're asking. But for now, yes, I think we will accept your question and note it, and we should be able to answer it when it's up. Okay. Any other questions? Okay. Okay. If there are no any, if there are, Anna, we will look at your request and see. But most of, as I said, if they are related to AgriMetamaker, we still don't have as a position. We will address this. Anyway, thank you all for your attending. We will inform you and send you the recording of this presentation, and we hope you found this presentation useful. Thank you so much for your attendance, and we will close this session for now. Thank you.